All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHIM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHIM, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole collective Israel. As you can see, the title of this article, Social Distancing is the Law, but how do North Country Police enforce it? Right? So this is a question that these government officials are being forced to answer, right? From your city level to your district or county level, or whatever, your state level, then to your federal level. All right, they're trying to figure out how they can enforce social distancing. Okay, and this is all going into Esau's agenda. All right, he knows that by letting people free, we open up the cities, that people are not going to honor social distancing. They're trying to return back to their lives. All right, so this is a normal or natural reaction to oppression. All right, he put people in cages, and took away their lifestyles. All right, so when they have the opportunity to return them, people are going to take full advantage. All right, so Esau's speaking softly right now. Okay, keep your distance, wear your mask, wear your gloves, keep precautions. All right, that's just him in the back, in the back of his mind, knowing that you're not going to listen, so he can turn into that wolf. Okay, really turn to the damn devil that he really is. Okay, because he knows how you people are going to react. Okay, he has you on the string. So then now he's justified when he starts coming down with the hammer, right, being those draconian laws. Okay, because people only pay attention when there's punishment. Okay, so this devil's going to come down, with these draconian laws. Okay, to eventually, when he puts out this chip, that if you don't take this chip, you're going to be put to death. Okay, unless YAHAWASHI, of course, is dealing with you and you're part of his elect, and he's going to preserve you and save you. Okay, so this is Revelation chapter 13 and 11, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. So this beast is talking about a kingdom, okay? And that beast is talking about so-called America. And he had two horns like a lamb and spake as a dragon. So those two horns, okay, that's talking about the Democrats and the Republicans, okay, going into politics, okay? Because what puts forth policies is politicians, okay? Obviously behind the scenes, it's not as clear cut as they put, in the book, in the dictionary. All right, we know behind the scenes there's lobbying. All right, there's a lot of phony, business going on behind the scenes. But ultimately, this is how this form of government works. Going into, you read it on to the next verse, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him. He's talking about the ancient Roman Empire. Okay, so so-called America is the ancient Roman Empire pretty much repackaged, okay, as America. All right, so how the government is ran, okay, the policies and so on and so forth. Okay, it all comes from the ancient Roman Empire, because it's the same beast. Okay, just going into that deadly wound, being healed. The Roman Empire fell for a time and now is risen back up as so-called America. All right, so here, read it again, Revelation 13:11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb. Right, again, the Democrats and the Republicans back in the ancient Roman Empire, they were called the plebeians and the patricians. Okay, so and he had two horns like a lamb and spake as a dragon. So the dragon is talking about these harsh draconian laws. Okay, harsh and severe punishment for minor offenses. So what's going to be an example of that in today's time is not wearing a face mask, or not wearing gloves, or not social distancing, okay, or not honoring curfew. All right, there's going to be severe punishments. It's going to turn into fines, then it's going to turn into jail time, and ultimately it's going to turn to you being thrown in a concentration camp. All right, and if not that, you being put to death in the streets, okay, or taken out of your homes and taken out. All right, your kids being snatched from you. All right, them going to foster care. All right, and being sold off to, the pedo rings, okay, and you never see your child again. All right, so this is what's getting ready to happen, because why? Again, Esau, he's playing on to his agenda. All right, he knows how you people are going to react, so he has a place for it. All right, and because going into which I'll get real quick, in Psalm 58:2 about him weighing the violence in his hands. Okay, so going to the draconian laws, all right, the ultimate thing he wants to push is what? This chip, okay, which is the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast. Okay, they're going to be, forcing everybody to take this chip, okay, because no one wants to listen to his rules. Okay, so it's like, it's you guys' fault why I'm being the devil, okay? Which, this is how he plays. Revelation 13:16, and he calls it all both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark. So people are going to line up, blocks, okay, to get this chip, because you see how bad people desire their lives back, okay? You see from Esau, Edom, okay, to Jake, all right, to all these nations, once, you see videos of parties, okay? There was something out today, all right, something in Missouri, okay, these Edomites partying, not honoring social distancing, okay? And the mayor's like, whoever was at that party, you got to self-quarantine 14 days. You think people are going to do that? They're not, okay? And Jake, they don't even think, what they have a brain, okay? They know a lot of Jakes, you ask them, they say this shit's not even real, okay? So they're going to be made to believe that it's real once this devil starts coming down with that great wrath, okay? Then people are going to start listening, okay, to what this devil, is saying, all right, as far as listening to his laws, okay, of social distancing and all that stuff. All right, but Revelation 13 and 16, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their forehead. And that mark is talking about this chip, okay, branding you. All right, Esau saying, you are my property, okay? And this is that mischievous device that Esau Edom wants the elect to take so that he can receive back his blessing, okay? And ultimately him in his new world order achieving dominion forever, okay? Receiving that everlasting kingdom, all right? The devil's not going to straight up tell you, all right? But that's why the Lord's servants, the prophets, are here to tell you that this is what this man wants to do, okay? And everybody in this world has no idea the ill intentions of this devil, okay? But they're going to start seeing it with their own eyes, all right? But let me keep on reading this, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So you're not going to be able to participate in society. No more going to parties, no more going into bars, no more going into sports events, no more nothing unless you take this chip. You can't exist in society unless you have this chip. You can't go to the beach, all right? You know, however this devil plays it out and red carpets this chip, okay, we know that it's coming, all right? He might make you get an app with it, okay? There's articles about social distancing apps, okay? And how you're going to clock in with your chip so you can match your phone with your chip saying this is who I am, okay? Same with your job, all right? Same with anywhere, again, as far as how you maneuver in society, you're not going to be able to do unless you have this chip. You can go to the grocery store, nothing, okay? That's why the Lord said in this time that we're coming into, we have to be as pilgrims, okay? Because the cities, are going to be trouble because of their pride. All right, ultimately, the Lord, he's going to come down and come quickly, because once the chip's made mandatory, we're going to be out of here. So I read again, Revelation 13 and 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, and that's the RFID microchip or the NFC chip, whatever you want to call it. Okay, that is the mark of the beast. Okay, it's going to have your identity on there. All right, it's going to have your bank information. All right, everything. All right, where you live, where you work. All right, everything already has a barcode, whether you took the vaccine. All right, this is what this devil's planning, okay, right before you people's eyes. All right, but what else I was gonna get? Psalms, which I read some of the article really quick, which this should go good with it. This is Psalm 82 and verse 2. Let me see. Do you need to speak right? Yeah, I'll start from top. Psalm 58 and 1. Do ye speak righteousness, O congregation? Do you judge rightly, O ye sons of men? So talking about, these other heathen nations, okay? And ultimately, going into Esau, Edom, so-called white man, all right? Obviously, he does not, okay? Because I'm going to keep on reading this verse 2. Yeah, in your heart, ye work wickedness. Ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. So this devil's figuring out how he can come down on you people, all right? Finding out a crafty way to bring hell upon this earth. Okay, you see people rioting, you see people, uprising. So Esau is going to match it with his sword. Okay, he's going to going into these draconian laws again. That people are going to be punished, all right, for not listening to what his devil has to say. All right, pretty much anybody that does not worship him, okay, he's going to kill. All right, you know, and it's gonna come, via that chip. All right. But yeah, that was, I read again Psalm 58:2. Yeah, in your heart you work wickedness, you weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. So you see Jake rousing up. All right, this is all played into Esau's rhetoric. Okay, he loves that because it's easy now for him to be justified in his actions. Okay, but let me read some of this article here. At, May 28, 2020. Since the North Country began to reopen, one big question is what if people don't follow the rules? And what exactly even are the rules? On the front lines of these questions are local police, but how to enforce public health is something officers are figuring out as they go. At a press conference streamed online last week, Clinton County Sheriff David Favreau wrote a camel pattern mask, wore a camel pattern mask up to the podium, took it off as he looked into the camera to talk to you and me. You got the sense. Here is a guy who's been doing a lot of explaining these days. Let me see. I've been approached by so many people, especially when I'm in uniform. Sheriff, am I going to get arrested if I don't wear my mask? I turn to them and say, you know what? It's not an issue of getting arrested. It's an issue of right or wrong. It's an issue of common decency and respect. So, hey, Esau, so white man, because of his pride, he feels disrespected that people aren't listening to his authority. So again, what is the language people understand? Violence. Okay, so this devil is going to bring it. All right, and especially upon Jake. Okay, because this is who the Lord YAHAWASHI is going to use. Devils just like this to sign that pen. All right, and bring forth this mischief. Okay, this hell is going to come upon this planet Earth. Okay, common decency and respect. Who can disagree with that? Sheriff Favreau is getting at a kind of social contract that gets hammered home at these days. The idea that if wearing a mask and social distancing are the only things we really know to keep COVID-19 down, of course, that's what we would do. Okay, so continuing. Let me see. There was a point here, but I probably lost it. But around the country, here, I think this is those words. But around the country, in our region, some people aren't buying into the idea, refusing to wear masks, holding protests, in some cases even threatening people, trying to enforce the laws. Turns out, in some cases, we're not all in this together. So there is a division. All right. So going into again this kingdom, ultimately being divided amongst itself, we know it's going to fall. All right. So this devil knows that there's too much tugging in different directions. Okay. So eventually it's going to be pulled apart. All right. To be race wars, riot wars, class wars, state wars, city wars, district wars. All right. All hell's going to be breaking loose. All right. So then this devil's going to come down. All right. And shut the cities down with this martial law. All right. So let me get, pretty much really quick. He to come down having that great wrath. All right. This is Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. So with this time being short, he has to make his move. All right. He knows he has a certain amount of time to issue this chip or his plan is going to fail. All right. And he's going to issue the chip. He's going to make it mandatory according to prophecy. All right. But going into it in the book of Job about when he's about to eat and fill his belly, the Lord's going to cast the wrath upon him. Okay. So this devil is ultimately being encouraged and puffed up to make his move so that the Lord YAHAWASHI can make his move. All right. Which is, that divine intervention, him cracking the skies with the host of angels. Okay. And delivering his people and destroying his kingdom. Okay. But yeah, they're gonna read this part in this article that people are not wearing masks, they're protesting, they're being hoodlums, and so what are we gonna do about this? All right. This devil's gonna declare martial law because there's gonna be too much chaos, which he's orchestrating. All right, he's playing the fiddle. All right, and he's gonna come down, lock your cities up. All right, and going into these draconian laws. All right, with these troops out there, they're not there to play games. Okay, you don't honor curfew, that they say you'll be subject to military action. All right, and that's you getting gunned down. All right, or you getting thrown into a concentration camp. Okay, or an internment camp. All right, you know. But that's why we have to be wise as serpents, as harmless as doves. Okay, we have to, pretty much maneuver in society wisely until we can't do it no more. When the devil puts his chip out, then it's like that's the line we can't cross. Okay, because we know here Matthew's chapter 10. It doesn't have to be long. I mean, that's pretty much the point that I was trying to get at. This devil, we know that he's gonna make a move eventually. Okay, now it's summer, people are gonna get, in their folly and this and that, and that's why this devil is putting behind people's ear that there's gonna be a second wave, there's gonna be a second wave, there's gonna be a second wave. But when that second wave comes, okay, it's gonna be wild, okay, and Lord's will, it gets out of hand, all right, and this thing is done and over with. All right, so Matthew 10:16, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. All right, this devil goeth around, as a roaring lion, secretly, seeking whom he may devour. Okay, he's trying to find Jake to slip up. Especially those who know this truth. Okay, because he's not worried about people that are in the world. They're in the vibrationless world. They don't know what's going on. They're just riding the wave. Okay, but the people that know the truth, that's who they're really after, because those are the only people that are in the way as far as a threat. All right, so a lot of Jake that knows they're Israel. Okay, they're gonna want to buck up, and they're not gonna want to pretty much play the role, play the game, as they say, and move wisely in society, and they're going to leave themselves out there, and they're not going to be defended. Okay, because the Lord, I'll get Romans 13 chapter, make a really quick point. This is Matthew 10:16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. We have to use our blessing. Okay, we're the sons of Jacob. All right, we're supplanters. All right, so we play like we don't know what's going on. Yeah, we play the role. We play the game. Just like King David, he moved wisely around Saul. Okay, that's how we have to move wisely around this devil. Okay, until a point to where, again, we can't play the role no more. We got to get up out of there. All right, so it's ultimately denying the chip. Okay, Lord's will the spirits upon us to do so. Okay, because ultimately we're going to receive damnation if we do. Revelation 13:1, let every soul be subject to the higher powers, for there is no power but of the Most High. The powers that be are ordained of the Most High. So this devil is set up in power by YAHAWASHI. Because why? Because prophecy has to take forth and play out. All right. Proverbs 16:4, the Lord made all things for himself, even the wicked for the day of evil. So this devil's in power for that day of evil. Okay. So if you're trying to because if you're uprising in the wrong way against, Esau Edom, with gathering guns and weapons and joining militias, okay, joining a resistance that's not according to YAHAWASHI and his word, okay, you're resisting against YAHAWASHI. You're rebelling against his plan. So what is that going to do? Romans 13:2, whosoever therefore resists the power, resists the ordinance of the Most High. And they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. That's why a lot of people are getting ready to be put to death. Okay, man, especially if amongst our people, because they're not pretty much playing their role. Okay, and that's what's going to get them in trouble. Okay, but the point really to bring it home, which I can probably close out, pretty much maneuver around and be wise as serpent, harmless as doves in society until we can't no more. All right, so this is Psalm 94, and I'll start at verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? So we're not at one with this devil's plans. All right, just because we're wearing a mask or wearing gloves or honoring social distancing, we're just playing the game. Okay, at your job, if your job says it's mandatory to wear a mask, you're gonna get fired. Wear the damn mask. Okay, that goes into being over righteous. All right, and that's not wisdom. All right, but we're not at one with this devil. Okay, at the end of the day, he's gonna be destroyed. All right, and going to him favoring mischief by law, that chip. Okay, that's where we're gonna have to be as pilgrims. Okay, and just let the Spirit of the Lord YAHAWASHI guide us, all right, and protect us and hide us until pretty much Lord's will we get beaten up into those chambers, beating those chairs. All right, But we pretty much just got to survive until we get out of here. All right, that's really the point. This is continuing. Psalm 94 and 21. They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood. Right. But the Lord is my defense, and my power is the rock of my refuge. Right. And verse 23, I'll close out. And he shall bring upon them their own iniquity, and shall cut them off in their own wickedness. Yet the Lord YAHAWASHI power shall cut them off. So, at the end of the day, we know this devil's getting taken out. Okay. And the Lord's gonna laugh. Okay, and we're gonna laugh. Okay, we're excited and we can't wait for the destruction to come, because why? Because that means our salvation is near. All right, the Lord is our defense. When it becomes a point to where you don't know when you're gonna eat again, you don't know where you're gonna have shelter again, the Lord YAHAWASHI is our defense, and the Lord is our refuge. Okay, and this is pretty much going into, we have to now play out our training. Okay, not just being hearers but doers, because now we're gonna have to go into a time where we're gonna have to just rock with the Spirit. Okay, the faith that the Lord has built you up with. Okay, this is what we're at. This is what we have. Okay, that's what we're gonna hold on to, going to this truth. All right, and we're gonna have to just hold on until YAHAWASHI delivers us. Okay, because this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. All right, it's all setting up to how the Lord wanted and intended it to play out. All right, and this devil's gonna come down in that great wrath. All right, he's gonna take a lot of people, but then ultimately he's gonna be taken out himself. All right, when these thermonuclear missiles start running out, and I'm just pretty much running up in the scenario, okay, how this is going to play out. All right, and then before you know it, Lord's will, we're out of here and then we're in the kingdom. All right, but with that, Lord's will is be able to find out. Always going to give all praise to YAHAWASHI, double honor to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Peace and blessings to all of Israel. Shalom.